Hi everyone, in this video I'll be showing you how to make a good SIWES PowerPoint. SIWES stands for Student Industrial Working Experience Scheme and is a scheme that allows undergraduate students to gain industrial experience while they are doing their undergraduate study. So what does it take to make a good SIWES PowerPoint? First of all, you have to recall that PowerPoints are points and not words. You don't have to put words all around. All you have to do is put some points, probably some nice pictures and some artwork that can actually make your work very neat and fine. So that's all. Secondly, if you are not sure of what the lighting of the hall you'll be using is like, if you are not sure of the hall you'll be using for your presentation, it's advisable to use white background. You can't go wrong with white background. Thirdly, try to be creative. Don't just put everything scattered. Just let it be well arranged and be creative with what you are doing. Also, ensure that you don't use too many animations that will distract people when you are presenting. Carefully scale your picture. You don't want to take a picture that you snap with your phone and then widen it such that you won't be able to see what is in that picture clearly. So you should not do that. Follow your university guideline. This is very, very important. So, what's the format of a SIWES PowerPoint? What are those contents? What should it entail? What should you have in it? So, first of all, you have to put your title page, followed by history of the establishment, the organogram of the establishment, instruments, apparatus, and machines that you are exposed to while you are doing your SIWES program. The work you do there while you are doing the SIWES program. What exactly did you learn after your 6 month or 3 months or 1 year SIWES program? The challenge or challenges that you go through and the recommendations as to how they can solve those challenges so that other people that are coming after you won't have to go through the same challenge. Then the conclusion. So let's get into it. Okay, you also have the gratitude page, which is like the thank you page. So this is my SIWES PowerPoint, and this is what the title page look like. A presentation on Student Industrial Working Experience Scheme held at Federal Institute of Industrial Research, Oshodi, Firo Road, off Agege Motor Road, Kappa Bus Stop, Oshodi, Lagos. So you have to put your name and your matric number on that title page. So one thing you should note here is that if you don't want to write name, matric number like I have it here, I write name, then I write matric number. You can just write your name and then ensure that the matric number is probably under it and in brackets. But if you spell it out that okay, name, and you write your name, matric number, and you put the matric number, then you can have it like this. But if you are not writing it out like name, you just say presented by Babajide Karim, for example, and I don't put presented by name Karim, matric number this, so I can just say presented by Babajide Karim, and then I'll just put my matric number in brackets. That is absolutely cool. Next one is the history of the establishment. In this history of the establishment, what you want to do is probably highlight the important things about the establishment, like the year it was established, the mission and the vision. If it is a private company, you can state the owner or the founder of that establishment. So those are the important things. Any other thing that you feel is very, very important about that company that you want to share with your audience, then you can put it on this page. Next is the organogram. This organogram, you can make use of smart art, and in my own case, I got lucky. I have the picture, so I just put the picture, I put it there. So if you have the picture, it's beautiful. If you don't have the picture, you might have to create the smart art yourself, and that's also something very easy that you can do with PowerPoint feature called hierarchy. So this, if you come to insert, you have smart art, you have hierarchy. So you see all of these that look like organogram. You can use them for your organogram. So you can fix it there. So that's that. Let's move to the next thing. Then instruments, apparatus, if you are from engineering or all those departments, you can actually put machines. So depending on what you work with. So because the instruments you'll be exposed to in the industry, you can have like 50 or 20 instruments. You don't want to put everything there. So the work done that you'll be explaining later, look at which instrument did you actually use in getting that work done. So just highlight some of those instruments that you require in getting that work done, so that even if they will ask you anything about the function of the instrument, it can be relating to what you are presenting, like the work done that you are presenting. So these are some of the instruments I make use of. And talking about the picture, imagine this kind of picture now, or let's say this picture, and because I want it to be as wide as this picture of this hot plate, then I take this weighing balance picture and then widen it. Okay, this is still fair, but if it is very narrow, not all picture will actually look nice even after widening it. Like something like this, you see a lot of picture. When you scale a picture inappropriately, it will affect the quality of that picture, and then it is not pleasing to the eyes. So you can just keep your picture the way they are. Arrangement is the most important thing. If you arrange it to look fine and nice, it will look fine and nice. So let's move on. So next slide, let's move to the work done. This work done, one thing I do here that I would like to call your attention to is, let's count. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it took me 7 slides to explain the work done, but I'm not explaining one activity, I'm explaining more than one activity. So this is what you can do to add value to your work. Let's say you are working in a company and you used to do A, B, and C, like different activities. And when you do A, after doing A, you go ahead and do B, and you go ahead and do C. You understand? You can put that A, B, C into the PowerPoint, just that you won't go deep into each of those discussions. For example, let's say you produce pure water. Let's say you work in a pure water company and you want to present about the pure water. So what you can do is, okay, after getting the water, they bring the water to the factory, maybe dirty, or maybe you pump your water. It's go through a cleaning process. You understand? So you can explain the cleaning process. After cleaning the water, probably the sieving and all the chemical and everything. After explaining all those parts, you can explain how other things are done, like quality control. Then you proceed to packaging. You understand? You can just do all of that. To cut the long story short, in my own case, I deal with an enzyme called pectinase, and before we produce the enzyme, we have to screen the microorganism we want to use if they can actually produce that enzyme. So when we screen, we produce, and when we produce, we extract. After the extraction, then we check for the activity of the enzyme. All of this can go together. So this is pectinase. I explain what pectinase is. So I go on to explaining the screening for the pectinase productivity, and then the results. After the screening, you have the results that show you that, okay, this can produce or this cannot produce pectinase. Then after that, okay, how we produce the pectinase, then how we do the assay for the activity. Then the extraction. Okay, the extraction should come before the activity. So that's it. So the next thing, then the standard curve. So after that, I'm done with the main thing. That is the main thing they want you to discuss. That is the reason why you are presenting. They want to know what you have learned and have you really learned anything. That's what they want to know. So next thing, you talk about your challenge or challenges, and just state it. If it is more than one, you can just list them. So your recommendation is like you are providing solution to your challenge. So if you say you have challenge with this, then your recommendation should be like a solution to that challenge. So recommendation, then the next thing is conclusion, which is just like you answering the question of how has this program impact you. So just coin something beautiful, something nice, very short and straight to the point, and you are good to go. Then thank you page. Yes, after this I have some tips for you, some advice. If you want to get a good grade, you need to deliver a good presentation. And to deliver a good presentation, a good PowerPoint is one of those things that will help you. But apart from having a good PowerPoint, there are some things you should also watch out for. Like, you have to dress well. This is like free mark, so you don't want to miss it. Your shoe, let it be shine. Your tie, your shirt, make sure it's ironed. Talking, don't sag, wear belts, the normal ethics. If you have suit, wear it. If you don't have it, no problem. And if you want to wear your native, ensure that you wear cap and you wear shoe to it. Don't wear palm, so you'll be good to go. Be audible. Ensure that when you are talking, be clear. Don't let them tell you that, okay, please can you come again? All those things. Try to make sure that you are carrying people along. So when you need to pause, like you forget something, you can actually pause. Give yourself like 3 seconds or 5 seconds to recall, and then you keep firing. So that's it. It's absolutely fine to pause. Avoid ums and ems. Like, you can actually unconsciously, it's possible you say it, but with practice you can be able to avoid it to a limit, to a certain point where it will almost not show. Like, if you want to pause. You don't have to say while you are pausing. Like, you can actually pause and say nothing, and after like 3 seconds then you pick up again. It's absolutely cool. So read extensively. You have 6 months to do your SIWES, so it's something that you should have been able to prepare yourself. While you are learning about one instrument, try to read about the principle of that instrument, because apart from what you do that you may be asked, lecturers will let you know that, okay, this is university, and a scientist should know the science behind the technique. You can know the technique, like, okay, you had this and you had that, and then you do this, but why are you adding this? Why are you adding that? Just Google it. Try to know about all those things, and you may be asked that, okay, why are you adding this? Why are you doing that? But those questions are not questions that you will have answer to even after knowing the techniques. So you have to like read and just get to know 1 or 2 things about the thing you are going to be presenting about. You are going to be making your presentation on. Let your PowerPoint be smart. Arrange everything, let it be clean, let it look very, very dope. So practice. I wish you success in your next presentation. If you like this video, kindly click the like button. Ensure to subscribe so that you will be the first person to know when we drop another amazing video like this.